to try and win back Congress, but will it work? Well, pollster Frank Luntz says that really depends on what and who they are attacking. Frank, of course, the author of this is the definitive political stamp on us, folks. What Americans really want, really. Good stuff. This guy's a good guy. Frank, what do you make of this? When they try to embody everything that's wrong through a body, in this case, Nancy Pelosi. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, they say if you got nothing nice to say, then say something nasty. The issue with Nancy Pelosi, and I think you've got the data there, is that her numbers have deteriorated so much in the last 6 months because of what she said and what she's advocated that it's come down to where Newt Gingrich was in 1998 before Republicans said it's time to go. So there's a message here, actually. Take a look at that. She went from 54-25 to 38-58. And this is just in a couple of years. And most of that fall is very recent. If I'm a Democratic member of Congress and she's telling me to back health care reform, back cap and trade, back tax increases, support more spending, I'm looking at her saying, listen, the Unabomber is more popular than you. I don't know if I want to be supporting you.
The core on the right hung with Newt Gingrich, even though the moderates in the party later left him. The core right now in the Democratic Party, that is the liberal base, by and large, you could correct me if I'm wrong, is with Nancy Pelosi. What is happening now with the moderate of the so-called blue dogs and those others? Is this her undoing here?
Neil, you're correct. The core, and which is really the center of the Democratic Party, backs what she's doing. Here's the question. Is she going to deliver those extra 40-some-odd seats that they need to maintain the majority in 2010? Look at those numbers, absolutely identical, according to the Washington Post. So you're asking yourself, if you're a Democrat in Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, if you're a Democrat in Florida or Texas, you wonder, is she going to be such a drag on the ticket that I need to separate myself from her? I need to do it differently. We've got two races that you've talked about already, Virginia and New Jersey. These are bellwether states. Virginia leans slightly Republican, although it voted for Obama in 2008. New Jersey, clearly a Democratic state. If Republicans were to win both states and Pelosi doesn't change her tune and her tactics, I believe you're going to find 24 Democrats in the House that are going to say enough is enough.
I'm familiar with, obviously, the race in New Jersey. That is the state in which I live. And, of course, they've gotten increasingly nasty on both sides, but particularly now with the Democrats going after Chris Christie, who up until a couple of weeks ago was leading by a lot. Now it's a horse race, and now they're making a big issue literally of his weight. How do you think that race is going?
The public doesn't like the fact when an incumbent with a record goes after a challenger, it says to the voters that that incumbent has nothing to defend. What I would tell viewers is don't look at the Christie numbers at 47%. Historically, you study what the incumbent has, because whatever their polling numbers show is what they end up with on Election Day. And I'll clarify that. Undecided voters break for the challenger over the incumbent by anywhere from 2-to-1 to 3-to-1. So if Corzine doesn't have at least 48% of the vote on Election Day, he will be defeated. And here's the rationale. If you haven't given me any reason to vote for you, then I'm going to vote against you. And one more thing, Neil, both in Virginia and New Jersey, where's the excitement? Where's the energy and intensity? It's on the right. It's not on the left.
Very interesting. We'll see what happens. Frank, good seeing you again. Thank you very, very much.
Pleasure. Thank you, Neil.
Frank Luntz. Well, a lukewarm economy and a really